I knew something was wrong the second I opened my garage and heard nothing, because that space was supposed to be filled with the sound of engines cooling chrome, ticking in the cars I'd spent years restoring, but instead, it was empty completely, wiped out, and that's when a neighbor told me the HOA president, Karen, had been bragging about having my junk cars removed while I was out of town for work, and my stomach dropped. Because those weren't junk, they were registered, insured, locked, inside my private garage on non-HOA land, and when I confronted her, she didn't flinch. She said the HOA declared them abandoned. Eyesores forged violation notices and sold them to a junkyard for scrap, and then smiled and told me I could file a complaint if I wanted, and that's when she made the worst assumption of her life, because I'm a police officer and I don't argue emotionally, I build cases, so I pulled garage footage, neighbor videos, forged HOA paperwork, tow logs, and junkyard receipts, and handed it all to investigators, and within hours, this stopped being an HOA dispute and became felony theft, fraud, and conspiracy. Because selling property you don't own is a crime, no matter how loud you say HOA, and the junkyard cooperated, fast turning over what remained and naming names, while Karen suddenly stopped smiling as detectives showed up. Warrants were served and charges were filed, and the HOA scrambled to distance themselves, claiming she acted alone, and the final moment burned into my memory was watching her sit silent, realizing she didn't send my cars to a junkyard, she drove herself straight into a criminal record. And if you love watching, entitled Karen's Cross the Line, and learn the difference between fake power and real law, then make sure you subscribe to this channel right now, because your support brings more powerful, satisfying justice stories straight to you every single day.